What's up, fellow roaders? I'm Joshua Thomas, and we are back with another board game of education video. It's been a while. We had to take a hiatus from making them because of time constraints, but now because of the pandemic, well, I can't really get with my friends to play games, so I might as well teach you, our viewers, about some games. And if you're coming upon us for the first time trying to learn more about the games that are out there, maybe you're just looking for a present for someone, you've come to the right place, because you're going to learn about the different genres of board games, starting with this episode and continuing on. We're going to talk a little bit about individual genres of games, and we are going to start with a special type of party game known as Bluffing and Deduction games. These Bluffing and Deduction games, or Bluffduction games, have hidden identities in them, and they can come in many different forms, such as Coup, which is just made up of these 5 characters, and anybody who's playing the game could be any 2 or one of these 5 characters, and it's up to you to figure out if they're lying or telling the truth. And if you're lying, well, then they've got you, but if you're telling the truth, then you've got them. Then you've got other games where it is kind of one hidden group against another not so hidden group. For instance, Ultimate Werewolf Deluxe Edition is villagers versus werewolves, for the most part. Now, this game requires a moderator, which means that someone, instead of playing the game, has to kind of run the game while everyone else plays it. Important to note that games like this, you want your identities to be a secret as well, but in this one, everybody wants to pretend that they're being a villager, whether they are or aren't, especially if they're the werewolf, because each round has a night and day phase, and at night the werewolves come out and take a victim, but during the day phase, the entire village, which may be filled with a couple of secret werewolves, have to vote on who they think the werewolf might be and eliminate them from the game. Now, you might be thinking, oh, but I'm eliminating people from the game? Well, that's no fun. Don't worry. These games, these Bluffing and Deduction games that eliminate people, tend to go pretty quickly, and so even if you're the first person who is eliminated, say in like a 10-player game, which Ultimate Werewolf is definitely way more fun with as many players as you can get, up to 75 players for this particular version. That's crazy. But anyway, it's a whole lot of fun. Everybody has a secret identity, and there's more than just villagers and werewolves. There's tons of different identity cards in here that have special abilities that only work at night or only work during the daytime, and it's just so much fun. Now, there's another type of versus, like team versus team, and this one is going to be Avalon. That's the example that I'm going to use. And in Avalon, you want everybody to think that you are a loyal servant of King Arthur, such as Percival. And maybe you are. But hidden amongst you are some spies, and they are the evil minions of Mordred. So, once again, you've got hidden identities, but in this game, nobody gets eliminated. Still 2 different teams, but instead, on this one, you're playing missions, and the minions of Mordred want you to fail 3 of those missions, while the loyal servants of King Arthur want to succeed at 5 missions. So if you can get all the way to the end and you haven't failed more than 2 missions, then the loyal servants of King Arthur are victorious, and the minions of Mordred fail. But the minions of Mordred have one last trick up their sleeve. You see, there's a Merlin card and an Assassin card, and if the Assassin can figure out who Merlin is, then that's their last-ditch effort to steal victory. So these are all great examples of hidden identity and bluffing games, and what makes all these games so much fun is that it depends on the people you're playing with. You are having a battle of wits, a battle of personalities. The person sitting next to you could be on the other team and you don't even know it, or, such as in the case of Ku, the person sitting next to you could be the most dangerous person in the room and you're not really sure. They actually might know something that you don't. In fact, it's almost guaranteed that they know something that you don't. And so, let's say you try to play as an assassin, and they happen to know that they had 2 assassin cards and a third one is in the deck that anyone can reach into, and they call your bluff, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not an assassin, so you lose a life. Bluffing and deduction games are a ton of fun, and if you haven't played them, there are so many more out there that come in so many different shapes and sizes. This is just a few of them, and I highly recommend it. Get one. It is just some of the best fun you can have with some type of party game. There are heavier ones like the ones you've seen here. There are lighter ones that are more family friendly. So there's definitely something out there for everyone. So this is Bluffing and Deduction games in a nutshell. Thank you for watching the Board Game of Education. Be sure and check out more Fail Road videos involving board games and video games. And be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing. Thanks for watching. Check you next time.